Ladies and gentlemen, again, a very good evening, and it's great to have your company here for Derby Night 1999. This is the one we waited for. It is the greatest race in Australasian greyhound racing. It's been around for a long time, the Derby, and it has a lot of history attached to it. It's a race that brings out special stories. It's a race that brings out emotion. We've seen that in recent times here at Wentworth Park, and who knows what is about to unfold of 1999. These runners have had to do it the hard way over the last 2 weeks, qualifying through 2 sets of heats and semi-finals last Saturday to formulate the Derby final for this year. $100,000 awaits the winner. We have one trainer with 2 representatives, that is Ruth King, and a magnificent feat to get 2 through to the Derby. A lot of these connections are in a Derby for the very first time. You can imagine what is actually going through their minds, how they are feeling in the lead up to the event, how they're feeling right now in the seconds leading up to the Derby. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the runners to you for the Derby of 99, the AWA National Derby. First along is One the Red, and that is Jake the Muzzle. Is trained in New South Wales by Sid Shackleton. And I can tell you there are a lot of supporters here for all these camps here tonight, friends, families and connections. Jake the Muzzle, raced by Sid Shackleton, performed well above expectations the last 2 weeks, being placed in both the heat and also the semi-final. His run here last Saturday night was an exceptional performance. He's won 5 races on the south coast at Dapto, where he really has performed to his best at that track. His ultimate test comes here tonight with the prize rails position. One the Red, Jake the Muzzle. 2 the checks in the event is Regal Ride. This is the first of the 2 runners prepared by Ruth King. A magnificent feat for Ruth and Ray here this evening. Regal Ride last week was runner-up off the 1 box going down in a 3-way thriller behind Chaplin. Was runner-up again in the heats the previous week. Also, this greyhound has performed well above, I think the capabilities that even the connections expected of him. It's been 2 fine performances by this greyhound Regal Rider, and he could well run a huge race here tonight at cricket score odds. He's already won 2 minor finals at his home track down at Dapto. He's not that badly boxed off the 2. If you're looking for Ruffy, he may well be it. He might be the best of the 2 King runners here tonight. 2 checks, one of the outsiders, Regal Rider. 3 wide in the event is Mighty McClurg. Mighty McClurg raced in Queensland by Mr. S. Lewis, one of 2 runners here from Queensland this evening. Mighty McClurg took a few runs to just adjust to Wentworth Park in recent weeks, but he has really taken to Wentworth Park, finishing both his heat and semi-final off in fine style. He's drawn a little awkwardly here in the 3 tonight because he's going to have to find some sort of position going into the first corner. It may be difficult the way the box draw has come up. He's a greyhound that has had some exceptional runs back home at Albion Park, and of course he is the winner of the Queensland Derby and a finalist in the South Australian Derby, and now the New South Wales Derby here this evening. 4 blue is Hahn Bale, one of the popular picks. And Hahn Bale, I think, will carry just about the biggest cheer squad here. They're all out this evening. Hahn Bale, trained by Frank Gatt. Hahn Bale raced at Wentworth Park last August for the very first time, recording 30 and 38. That was a fairly clear indication what lied ahead for Hahn Bale. Now he's here in the Derby of 99. What a brilliant performance here last week, flying the leads, racing away to a 30 and 26 victory. He is drawn beautifully in box number 4. He is almost a faultless beginner who has the brilliant speed to hold out the favourite. If he can do that, I tell you, this grandstand will take off here this evening. 5 yellow is Chaplin, trained by Cole McGuigan. Chaplin, again, very impressive last week, getting up in the last 2 strides in an absolute thriller to defeat Regal Rider and Manamble Law. Again, another greyhound not that well drawn here this evening, but if he can get out of the first section in some sort of a position, he can really finish a race off. He's a St Leger finalist here in 1998, and he's deserving of a final spot here this evening, prepared by one of the most underrated trainers in the game, Cole McGuigan. Next along is 6 to Brown Aussie Drifter, the second of the Ruth King representatives. He came out beautifully last week. It was all over after 50 metres. He doesn't do it all the time, Aussie Drifter, but when he can ping those leads, he's a very hard greyhound to run down. He was highly impressive. 30 and 26 certainly told the tale. He's going to need a lot of luck off the 6 here this evening, but he's in the master hands of both Ruth and Ray King. 7 the black, the favourite, Faithful Hawk from Queensland, Peter Rayner the trainer. Faithful Hawk, well, he's been around in just about every feature race you can imagine in the last 12 months. He was runner-up in the Vic Peters here last year. He won the Young Star Classic at Wentworth Park last July. He won the state final of the National Sprint last year. He ran 3rd in the grand final of the Rapid Journey over in Perth, and he has won from every box. Connections would have preferred him drawn the inside, but he is normally a faultless beginner. If he can come out this evening, his sections say he will lead and will win. So it all depends on box rise with Faithful Hawk, the class runner. And 8 the pink tonight is Son-in-Law, the Tasmanian representative, trained by Mr. D. Croswell. Son-in-Law has only been lightly raced on 23 occasions. He's raced in both Tasmania, Victoria and New South Wales. His run here last week off the red box in the semi-final was a very creditable effort when many didn't give him a chance of getting through to the big one here this evening. The Tassie performer, 8 pink Son-in-Law. They are the runners. There's connections out there who are getting very, very nervous at this stage. There's plenty going through their mind. We'll endeavour to grab the winning owner and trainer straight after the race. We hope you can find the winner, ladies and gentlemen. There is another very worthy field about to make history for 1999.
National Derby, $100,000 going to the winner, $25,000 for second, third 12 and a half and 6, and that is 12,500 for third. Moving in. Last couple being locked away. Son-in-Law near the outside with Regal Rod. Hahn Bale's there. Green light is through to the control tower. The bunny is set in motion. They're about to break in the 99 AWA National Derby. They're set. Ready and racing. Hahn Bale began quickly with Aussie Drifter. Faithful Hawk on the outside as Hahn Bale's looking for the lead. Jake the Muzzle's over on the inside. The next one being Regal Rod, Son-in-Law. In bother there was Aussie Drifter. And the tail enders were Mighty McClurg and Chaplin down the back. Hahn Bale's on top. Hahn Bale is 6 lengths clear. Faithful Hawk second. 2 to Jake the Muzzle. A long break. Chaplin, Aussie Drifter. The next one, Son-in-Law from Regal Rod and Mighty McClurg. Hahn Bale's in front on the corner. Faithful Hawk can't get it. Holding third, Jake the Muzzle, but Hahn Bale takes out the derby in brilliant fashion. Hahn Bale by 3 lengths to Faithful Hawk. Third in the event was Jake the Muzzle, followed by Chaplin, Aussie Drifter. The next one home was Son-in-Law, Regal Rod, and Mighty McClurg never in the hunt, finished at the tail. Hahn Bale takes out the big one of the night. For the blue, Hahn Bale is first. 7.
Thank you, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the directors and members of the New South Wales National Coursing Association, it's wonderful to welcome each and every one of you here this evening to the 37th running of the 1999 AWA National Derby. We've seen a wonderful race here tonight. It was fantastic from a crowd point of view to see Hahn Bale win, and it was certainly great runs by the runners-up, Faithful Hawk and Jake the Muzzle. Certainly there was nothing to be taken away from anyone, but Hahn Bale's win was wonderful. And I remember on Sunday night at the Derby dinner, we had Frank Gatt pointed out to us all at the Derby dinner that number 4 was the lucky number of his dad. And it was great to see that happen. On occasions like this, ladies and gentlemen, I also like to extend our appreciation to Mr. Nick Tedesco, who again this evening has presented our handlers in an attire that is fitting for a Group 1 race and for a final such as the New South Wales AWA National Derby. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to express my appreciation to AWA. Without a group like AWA, we couldn't present to you Group 1 racing at this sort of level with this sort of prize money. And this evening with us, ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to have the Managing Director of AWA, Mr. Rob Hahn, and he's accompanied by his wife Tess. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I present you to Mr. Rob Hahn, who will say a few words to you and make the presentation to our winners.
Thanks very much. Thanks to the President and the committee members of the NCA, and thanks to everybody that's come here tonight to support greyhound racing. It's fantastic to see such a big crowd, and AWA is delighted to be the sponsor of this, really one of the best races in the greyhound calendar. And what a wonderful winner Bale was tonight. That was just marvellous. I'd like to say a special hello to all the AWA staff that are here tonight. We've got people operating the totalisator, and you'll be, no doubt you'll be meeting them as you place your wagers. But we've also got a good deal of people here from AWA supporting racing this evening. So we're delighted to be major sponsors of greyhound racing, and we'll continue to be over the years. So what I'd like to do now is move forward with the presentations.
That's the third place getter, and it'll be Trevor Rawcliffe.
Okay. Well, we'll do it in reverse order. We'll make the presentation to Trevor Rawcliffe, the owner of Jake the Muzzle, for third place.
I'd love to thank Sid, Tommy that's standing on the podium there, Gary Carter, everybody from Appen, everybody from Hahn that's given us a hell of a lot of support, and thank you very much.
And the second place getter, the beaten favourite, ran a very good race, couldn't run down Hahn Bale, but ran a very good race. The owner, Peter Rayner, owner of Faithful Hawk. Peter, congratulations. Would you like to say a couple of words?
Thank you. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, and to AWA for sponsoring this race. They've been great for greyhound racing, and it's a real pleasure to come down here and race.
Lovely.
I'd like to congratulate Frank on the great job he did with his dog, and he thoroughly deserved the win tonight. So I hope we can meet him again in the future. Thanks very much.
And now for the big one. The most popular winner, Frank, you've got a beautiful dog here, ran brilliantly. Congratulations. Hahn Bale, the winner of the AWA National Derby. Congratulations. Would you like to say a word? Let me hold that for you.
Sorry. Where can I start? God, thanks God anyway. As I said before, my friends, my supporters, absolutely sensational. As I said, just make me feel so good. And I'm so happy to have friends like you and family like you. It's just unbelievable. I just wanted to say something that always hit my mind all the way through the series. When I first started training greyhounds, I went through 18 months and I couldn't get a winner. If I got a place, I was really happy. So what I'm saying to any of you battlers out there, there's a dream out there. If you work hard enough, hey, you know, I did it, you can do it. So have faith in yourself and people around you. Yeah. Now, there's just a couple of, I'd like to thank AWA, sorry, for sponsoring this race and what have you. If I miss out anyone, I'm really and truly sorry. But the Magri family over here, young Jason and his family, let me tell you something, they're 110%. If I say something, they do it. And for myself, okay, because I just didn't do it. The dog did it because he is a champion, but everyone else helped. It's simple as that. Anyway, to my dad and mum, I love you all.
Well done, Frank. Yeah, that's your trophy, mate. That's wonderful.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask Mr. Rob Hahn's wife, Mrs. Tess Haynes, to rug the winner of the 1999 AWA National Derby. Hahn Bale, there it is. It's all official now. Once again, congratulations to both the minor place getters, Jake the Muzzle and also Faithful Hawk. Commiserations to the 5 unplaced runners in the Derby this year, but congratulations on getting through to the final. I'm sure it's been a great thrill for those owners and trainers. But this is the limelight right here, Hahn Bale. And we've got plenty of photos to be taken. Please enjoy the remainder of the evening. I know the group down here certainly will.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Well done.
Agent Nick Tedesco to the race night office, and Nick Tedesco required at the race night office.